Even though I had over 40 professional fights, still every fight was, butterfly, which is good butterflies, I suppose, because you need those butterflies because it keeps you alert. If you're a bit too relaxed, you get hit with silly shots. So my name's obviously Marcello Renda, but when I turned professional, it was quite a mouthful, so people sort of called me Cello. My dad and mum were Italian. My dad was born in Italy, came to England when I was 18. My mum and dad were Italian. My mum was born in England. So I come from a sort of good family background. Born and bred in Peterborough my whole life. It's a lot for Peterborough, considering I was the only professional boxer in Peterborough at one stage in my career. I'm doing it on my own, so I represent Peterborough, put Peterborough boxing on the map, when I was 18. So when the retirement came, I knew the time was right. So I boxed pro at 18, retired at 33. My body just couldn't take no more. Imagine I've been in over nearly 50 camps with fights being cancelled and 44 fights I was involved in. The wear and tear on my body just couldn't take no more. The amount of punches I've had the amount of punches I've taken to my head, and broken hands, God knows how many times. I've over 50 stitches across my face, broken ribs, broken jaw, broken nose. Your body can only take so much. And so then I've gone straight into coaching, which found out about a good I'm very, very good at. From the age I started doing that, just before I retired at like 30 years old. So I started to get into it. Maybe a little bit soon, probably like in my late 20s, I started to coach. And I thought, I'm very, very good at this, getting good results from people I train at or who I was training. And I just pursued it after that. So the transition from being a full-time boxer to a coach was fantastic. So I've been retired now, coming up to 4 years, and you know what? It feels like yesterday because I've not had time to think about it because I've been so busy doing what I've been doing.
When Cello first starts a group, we always know what he's going to say, and I think every coach who's worked with Cello knows hello, my name's Cello Renda, I'm an ex-professional fighter since whatever. We always stand there and start laughing because we know exactly what he's going to say.
When I first began, I did not like cameras at all. So no pictures, no videos, nothing. I was camera shy. And I was closed off, quiet, didn't really speak much. And then while doing boxing futures, I have improved a lot over the years.
It made it fantastic to see the young people. So we do different sort of program. We do a 6-month program, a 12-week program, 24-week program. So we see them in week 1, very nervous and very shy, and they keep themselves to themselves. And as the weeks go on, you start to see a change in them, start to come out of their shell and start to, talk a bit more and look in you in the eye and interact with other young people within the group. And then when they finish the program, they're like a different person. And that's what Boxing Futures programs are made to do, is to change people's lives. And it's great. That's why I love the job that I do, because we do change people's lives, and to see it, week in, week out, it's fantastic. I'd got myself in trouble uptown when I was 18. I was just about to turn professional. And I got myself in trouble in town, got a fight uptown. Because when you're at school, you get into trouble, you fight, you get detention. When I was 18, it's totally different. And I tell our young people this: at school, you get slapped in the wrist, you get in detention. When you're a bit older, 18, when you're an adult, you could go to prison. That's exactly what happened to me. I didn't go to prison. I got a criminal record because of it. I got 108 hours community service and went through the courts and that sort of stuff. So it wasn't a good thing for me. And I come from a good family background, very good family background. Yeah, I think when I was young, so 20 years ago, mental health wasn't a big thing like it is today. People speak a lot about it today. There's a lot more help out there, and people are open about it. So for me, it's like the support wasn't there for me when I was, say, like 20 years ago, like it is today. So even for Boxing Futures, you know, we've got a professional psychotherapist in Steph, you know, she does a fantastic job. To have her on board, she's only been with us for like 6 months or so, having her on board within our program is phenomenal. We're very, very lucky to have that, you know. And so not only is it, you know, like you said, I mentioned, like a fitness and training and boxing is more of a therapeutic, more approach to our programs now, which, you know, the young people are really, really appreciating.
We went to a residential at Stanton, which that's one of the places that my family would like to go, have fun there. Well, we were just walking around and then we enjoy ourselves. We can talk to each other more. Some of us get out of the comfort zone. When we were walking on the beach, I was collecting seashells like I've always have with my nan, so I love collecting things. And then when I was walking on the wet sand, I fell in the sand, which was deep. Got my shoes and socks all wet and soggy. It was funny though. And then when I continued, I'm walking with the others, I end up slipping on the very wet sand. Even though I would get so angry about something like that, but I actually handled it well. I actually was laughing on the inside. And even though I was slightly embarrassed, but it was fun walking on the beach, feeling the cool breeze and sun on us.
One thing I particularly liked, and it's a thing I've always liked when I've been around Boxing Futures, is the people, the staff, the people who I train with, everyone. It was a nice, relaxed environment. Obviously, it was refreshing to be out and about somewhere completely new, but we laughed and joked. It was so relaxed. It was perfect. It didn't matter what we were doing, whether it be at an arcade, walking along the beach and my legs were knackered, and sore, or just hanging around in the hotel rooms or something like that. Utterly brilliant. I wouldn't trade any of that for the world. I'm not used to sleeping out of the house, and it's been one of the things I've been working on. But being at the residential, both the BTB residential and the residential I was currently on, it's just another reminder of how far I've come, because I wasn't nearly as homesick as I was in that residential than I was on my original residential. And yeah, it's a definite sign of growth.
And then obviously the latest residential was that nice walk on the beach, which was nice and calm and a great experience. With the residentials, what I've noticed about them is they help bring the group closer together and bond. It helps build friendships, helps you feel more like yourself.
They've changed their life and they move on. Say for instance, you work one of my programs and I won't see you no more, which means it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, because that means then if I don't see it, it means you're back in education, you're back in employment, you've got yourself up again, you know, you're on the right path, you know. It's great. If I keep seeing her, which means it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, it's not a good thing. I want you to be able to flourish and spread your wings and get out there. You know, when I work on programs with young people, I only want to see you once, because then I know then you're on the right path. You're back in education, you're back in employment, you're back in your family life, you've got some direction in your life. So it's not a bad thing if I only need to see you once. It's a good thing, which means then I know that you're doing good in your life. You know, and I feel that, you know, that people give up too easily. I think in life, you've got to become to terms in life. There's going to be stumbling blocks. I had stumbling blocks in my career. Let me tell you, I lost my second professional fight. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop, doesn't mean I'm going to quit, doesn't mean I'm going to give up. It means, okay, I've got to get over it. When I get over it, I'll go through it. You know, that's what life's about. Life's to test you. Life's to make you think about whether you really want to do or don't want to do it. You know, and I did really want to do it. So in life, I found a way to get over it. You know, life is to test you, trying to test you to see what sort of personality you are.